All kings and queens are not born of royal bloodlines. Some become royal because of what they do once they realize who they are. Pharrell Williams. Good evening to any Board of Trustees, President Mason, other administrators, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and other special guests. I am Dr. Daryl Hilton, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the Director of Student Life here at the University of the District of Columbia, and I would like to welcome you to the 2022-2023 Mr. and Miss University of the District of Columbia Coronation Ceremony. Tonight, we join together to celebrate a momentous occasion, the crowning of the 5th and the 43rd Mr. and Miss University of the District of Columbia and the Royal Court. The individuals being crowned tonight are a group of student leaders deserving of this prestigious honor. Being elected and appointed by a group of their peers to represent and serve the university is something that should not be taken lightly, but a humbling and rewarding experience. However, this is not just a special moment for them, but for me as well. Serving as the advisor of the Royal Court, especially this year, brings back so many nostalgic memories. While I am assisting in ushering in the new lineage of UDC Royals, this year I also celebrate my 10-year anniversary of being crowned king of my alma mater, Norfolk State University. As we prepare for tonight's events, I want to take a moment to acknowledge a few special guests that are here with us this evening. First, I would like to acknowledge any administrators that are among us. If you could please stand or raise your hand to be acknowledged. Second, I would like to acknowledge any former Miss or Mr. UDC and Royal Court members. If you could please stand and or raise your hand to be acknowledged. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge any of the visiting royalty from other colleges and universities. If you could please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Once again, it is a pleasure to welcome you to this event, and I hope that you enjoyed the program. At this time, I would like to introduce the President of the University, President Ronald Mason. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to your public institution of higher learning in the District of Columbia. This is always a high point of the year for me because I know how much work has gone into the accomplishments that you're going to celebrate here tonight. It hasn't been easy, and I'm sure that some of the former leaders who are here today, many of the faces I recognize. One I think was one of the first student government presidents when I got here 8 years ago. Tatiana, yes. But it's really hard work to get elected, to get appointed, to be recognized as a leader. And so we want to celebrate their work and their accomplishments tonight and join with them in this wondrous occasion. But the other thing that they may not know yet, but they'll soon find out, is that the work doesn't end with the coronation and the crownings. These young leaders are going to work with me during the year at events, in meetings, town halls, representing the students and being their voice in a process that we appreciate because we understand and work with the students in a way that helps us serve them better. And they are the link in that process. So congratulations to them. They're not here yet, but when they the time comes for an applause. Let's give them a big applause. And congratulations to all of our former leaders who are here tonight, because the process continues as we build what I expect will be not only the leading HBCU in America, but also one of the leading universities in the nation. Thank you all for coming, and have a good evening.
Thank you. At this time, we will have a special song selection by none other than Ms. Hillary Daniel. Thank you. And now we are prepared to enter the Royal Court of the University of the District of Columbia. Now entering Mr. and Miss Freshman, Kelvin, Ifeji, and Naulissa, Tuza. Kelvin Ifeji was born in Lagos, Nigeria on May 6, 2001, but came to America in 2004. Since then, he has traveled and explored America a lot. He loves traveling so much because when he is meeting new people, networking, and finding out how he can help others and how others can also help him. While he's been in America, he has accomplished a lot. He was on the WCAC first team for his high school soccer team, and since then has played Division III and Division II soccer. Since he was in high school, UDC has always been his dream school, so it is a dream come true that his coach recruited him to come play soccer. In addition to playing soccer, he was working on his future career goal of becoming an IT employee for Apple, which is why he's majoring in IT. Like his mom tells him daily as he leaves the house, don't let your dreams be dreams, turn them into reality.
Naulissa was born and raised in a city called Itallya in Rwanda. She moved to the United States at age 10. She attended high school in Portland, Maine, where she was a 4-year varsity basketball and volleyball player. During her senior year, she decided to attend a community college to pursue her dreams of becoming an interior designer. She is currently studying business management here at the University of the District of Columbia Community College. In addition to her studies, she is a part of the DC Up Scholars Program and a member of the National Society and Leadership Success. Overall, Naulissa says her passion in life is interior design and having the chance to be on HGTV. Or if it doesn't fall down that route, becoming a model because she has the height and the looks. Naulissa free time is spent going to the gym or hanging out with her girlfriend.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Miss Freshman. Now entering Mr. and Miss Sophomore, Jaeron Nichols and Jasmine Dill. Jaeron Nichols was born and raised in Bowie, Maryland until the age of 16 when his family relocated to Phoenix, Arizona to help his basketball career. While graduating from Castile High School, he attended Hillcrest Prep Academy and played on the Bruin basketball team before enrolling at Morgan State University. At Morgan State, he was on the College of Liberal Arts Dean's List and was also inducted into the Sigma Alpha Lambda National Leadership and Honors Organization. He is also a member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars and the Presidential National Society of Leadership and Success. He transferred to UDC as a sophomore in the College of Arts and Sciences as a studio arts major. Jaeron enjoys playing basketball, helping and meeting new people, and spending time with family. He has a passion for fashion and is currently designing his own fashion and merchandising brand.
Jasmine Dill is a sophomore at the University of the District of Columbia Community College, majoring in liberal studies with a concentration of social work from PG County, Maryland, by way of Washington, D.C. Since attending UDC, Jasmine has achieved a 3.6 GPA and was inducted into 3 honor societies: the National Society of Leadership and Success,
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Miss Sophomore. Now entering Mr. and Miss Junior, Talib Robinson and JoVan Williams Bay. Talib Robinson was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, raised in Tampa, Florida, and moved to Washington, D.C. when he was 18 years old. Talib received his GED at the age of 16 and attended a school called LAYCCA, where he became a certified medical assistant and began taking classes at UDC Community College through a program that provided tuition for a class. Shortly after graduating from LAYC, he enrolled into the community college full-time. He is now a student at the main campus who has dreams of becoming a lawyer who has broken every barrier known to man and the greatest leader to ever be president of the United States of America. Here at UDC, Talib is currently working as a peer advisor at UDC and teaches chess at elementary schools throughout the city. In his spare time, he enjoys playing basketball, apex, chess, and brain games. Talib is all about competition and achieving greatness.
Wife, mother, author, educator, and philanthropist, JoVan Williams Bay, affectionately known as Jo, is a native of Washington, D.C. She is a transfer student from a 23-year return to college life and is excited to be a part of the Firebird community. She is a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated and Phi Sigma National Society of Leadership and Success, and serves as the chapter president for both organizations. Her major is human development with a concentration in preschool. During her tenure at the university, her goal is to encourage students to become self-motivated leaders who contribute positively through and beyond college. She is eager to discuss diversity and inclusion and the importance of being a historically black college and university student and future graduate. After graduation, she plans to continue her education studies at the University of the District of Columbia, majoring in public administration with a concentration in education policy and leadership. She is also the founder of Moments in Time Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that brings education and awareness to HIV/AIDS in her local community. She is motivated to change the world one step at a time. She leaves you with these words: the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Miss Junior. Now entering Mr. and Miss Senior, Kenyon Stone and Morgan Livingstone. Kenyon Stone was born in Xenia, Ohio, and raised in Bowie, Maryland. He is a senior majoring in digital media. Upon graduation, he hopes to either play basketball overseas or work for a digital media company. Kenyon is a member of the UDC men's basketball team and plays the shooting guard position. He is also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated through the Omicron chapter.
Born in Washington, D.C. on February
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Miss Senior.
I'm a senior business management major with a concentration in marketing and logistics and international trade, and I am your Miss Senior for the 2022 through 2023 academic school year. I appreciate standing up here with my fellow kings and queens as we represent this outstanding university. As Miss Senior, my focus is on educational, mental, and personal development. The University of the District of Columbia offers different resources for students that they often do not know about or are too independent to ask for help for. My plan includes assisting students in finding resources to further their career paths and objectives and to adjust to the life after college. I want to take this time to thank the students of UDC for believing in me and voting me into this position. Next, a special thank you to Dr. Hilton and my soror, Ms. Jennings, for assisting me in all of my wants and needs. Last, but certainly not least, I have to give a thank you to my family, especially my mother and my brothers, and my friends for supporting me unconditionally. I want to thank all of you for joining us today in this special moment, and I hope that you all enjoy this event. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. My name is Kenyon Stone. I was born in Xenia, Ohio, and raised in Bowie, Maryland. I am a senior majored in digital media, and I am serving as your Mr. Senior of the University of the District of Columbia for the 2022-2023 academic school year. My journey to UDC wasn't an easy one. I had to overcome many obstacles and adversity to get to where I am today. Coming out of high school, I wasn't the most studious, but I wasn't the most studious, although I had many dreams and ambitions for my future. I went the community college route to improve my grades and show my talents on the basketball court. After attending JUCO, I finally received my first basketball scholarship offer to play at the university. I chose the PWI during the COVID year, which was not the best fit for me on and off the court. I felt I could be more than just an athlete. When the school year ended, I sought out the transfer with very few options. I prayed for another opportunity and was blessed to get the opportunity here at the University of District of Columbia. Since my time here, I've been fortunate enough to achieve many things on and off the court. On and off the court by being named All-Conference this past season and also being a Spring 22 initiate of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated through the Omicron chapter. Coming to UDC has been a great experience, something I always cherish as I stand before you as Mr. Senior. Though my journey was not easy, I did not quit. One quote that I stand by since I was young: hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I want to thank the many special people who have been there to support me along the way. I want to thank my parents, family, coaches, teammates, friends, and my fraternity brothers of the Omicron chapter of Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and the faculty here at UDC. Thank you.
And now we will prepare for the final walk of Mr. University of the District of Columbia 2021-2022, Mr. O'Shane Orr.
April of 2021, I was selected to serve as Mr. University of the District of Columbia. Since then, the opportunities bestowed on me by serving in this role has been innumerable. Firstly, as I take my final walk, I would like to express my most sincere gratitude to all those who made this journey immensely successful. To God, my strength in a time of need, the UDC academic and administrative staff, Dr. Darrell Elton, the most supportive Royal Court advisor there is, and Miss Melinda Jennings, who was beyond instrumental in assisting with all my projects and side quests. Thank you for all your help. I will forever appreciate it. Also, to my Firebird family forever, thank you for accepting me to humbly serve as your king for the past year. You gifted me a lifetime experience. Today, as I have transitioned to travel the streets of corporate America, it has become even more evident just how vital the lessons I learned throughout my journey as Mr. UDC were and will be to my personal and professional future. The change I observed in just one short academic year is simply unfathomable. And for this reason, I say thank you again, UDC, for this momentous time in my life. Finally, to the newly crowned Royal Court, I leave you with one piece of advice. Bask in every moment of this journey. Learn as much as you can. Enjoy it every chance you get. You were selected because you showed your Firebird community that you are capable. Move with an amalgam of grace and humility. Congratulations to you all. I wish you the very best. Thank you.
Now entering for her final walk, Miss University of the District of Columbia 2021-2022, Miss Tranisha Anderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, including the President of the University of the District of Columbia, Ronald Mason, Chief Student Development and Success Officer, Dr. William Latham, other administrators, faculty, students, family, and friends, greetings. It is with great honor that I extend these words of gratitude to you. I am beyond thankful to have had the opportunity to serve as your 42nd Miss University of the District of Columbia, to aid in enriching the UDC student experience. Those of you that work behind the scenes to assist students in finding their possible at the University of the District of Columbia are to be well celebrated. I was an ordinary student with a platform, something that I wanted to implement at this institution, a passion to advocate for the rights of our students and make certain that their voices are heard. I extend great thanks to the students of UDC that saw me fit to be their advocate. Thank you for your votes and your support. My platform was entitled, A Better You, A Better UDC, geared at improving the students' mental health and ultimately the mental health of this institution. I was able to collaborate with the UDC Counseling Center to create mental health workshops for the students of UDC. Thank you to all who helped me to bring my platform to reality. I leave the students with these words. You are confined only by the walls you build yourself. You will find that with hard work and perseverance, you are limitless. Go on and aspire, accomplish, take on the world, and be the best version of yourself. You will continue to recognize your strength in moments of dread. You will find yourselves facing a glorious future, a future of exciting challenges and infinite possibility, in which the horizon will stretch out before you, rimmed in the heavenly glow of the sunrise of tomorrow. To the new Royal Court for the academic year 2022 to 2023, I wish you a successful reign in improving the experience of the students of UDC. To our advisors, specifically Ms. Jennings and Dr. Darrell Hilton, without you, none of this would be possible. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great pleasure serving as your 42nd Miss University of the District of Columbia. Thank you.
All right, let's give one more round of applause for the 2021-2022 Mr. and Miss UDC. At this time, I actually would like to call O'Shane and Trinisha back out to the stage, please. If you all could come back to the stage at this time. So as they're walking out, many of you don't know, before I assumed the role as director here at the university, I worked in collaboration with Miss Melinda Jennings with the Royal Court because of my experience at Norfolk State University, North Carolina A&T State University, and in the city of Greensboro. And so I had the opportunity to serve as the co-advisor, and they were a part of my first Royal Court that I co-advised here at the university, and they worked extremely hard to transform the student experience through their roles as king and queen. And so on tonight, as a part of their final walk, I definitely want to commemorate and to acknowledge them for their service to the university with some awards that they don't know that they're getting. So first and foremost, this is the award. And this says, O'Shane Orr, Mr. University of the District of Columbia 2021-2022. The University of the District of Columbia family would like to recognize and thank you for your untiring commitment and dedication exemplified during your year of service. You are a true role model for UDC Firebirds. Your platform surrounding professional development and career opportunities for students is commendable. Forever, you will always be the fourth Mr. UDC 2021-2022. And Trinisha Anderson, this is her award. Miss University of the District of Columbia 2021-2022. The University of the District of Columbia family would like to recognize and thank you for your untiring commitment and dedication exemplified during your year of service. You are a true role model for UDC Firebirds. Your platform surrounding the mental health and well-being of others is a testament to your legacy and impact. Forever, you will always be the 42nd Miss UDC 2021-2022. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, continuing with our program, we are now prepared for Mr. and Miss Homecoming, Leroy Ellis and Raydon Wilkerson. Leroy Thomas Ellis Jr. was born and raised in Washington, D.C., the great Ward 8. He is a senior majoring in criminal justice. Once he graduates with a bachelor's degree in spring 2023, he plans to pursue a Master's of Arts in Criminology at George Washington University. Upon completing his master's degree, he plans to enroll at UDC David A. Clark School of Law, where he will pursue his Juris Doctor degree to become a trial attorney and then transition to a federal prosecutor. Leroy is also a part of several clubs and organizations on campus. He is a member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars and the National Society of Leadership and Success as the Vice President of Social Media. Leroy has also served as the communications director for the UDC Democrats, where one of his accomplishments was providing and fighting for progressive policies in the Washington, D.C. region.
Raydon Johnson Wilkerson is a Black African woman of God who strives to build community that serves justice. Mrs. Wilkerson is an honors student with a cumulative GPA of
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Miss Homecoming.
Greetings. My name is Raydon Wilkerson. I am a junior, major in Administration of Justice, and I am pleased to be your very own Miss Homecoming 2022-2023 school year. I am a leader, a Black African American woman of God who will someday change the world. I encourage all of Firebird Nation to believe in themselves and always know that you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. I want to thank God and all of my encouraging family, friends, and husband for seeing the best in me. Firebirds, always believe in yourself. You can conquer anything God has in store for you. Thank you.
Okay. Greetings, everyone. My name is Leroy Thomas Ellis Jr. I was born and raised in Washington, D.C., the Great Ward 8 to be specific. I am a senior majoring in criminal justice. I am your Mr. Homecoming for the 2022 to 2023 academic school year. In the beginning, I wasn't sure how I would be able to fulfill this position. I was a quiet and shy kid, and I never wanted to participate in anything. As of today, that has changed. With the help of the members of the Royal Court and our amazing advisors, Dr. Hilton and Ms. Jennings, I was able to get outside of my comfort zone and be more involved on campus. Once it was announced that I would be serving as Mr. Homecoming, I continued to ask myself, Leroy, what does it mean to be a king? A king is someone that is influential, shows integrity, and is well-spoken. He must be able to bring attributes to the table and always lead by example. He has a great personality and also a great sense of humor, which basically exemplifies myself. And I couldn't be here without thanking a few important women in my life that are actually sitting in the audience. So first, I would like to thank my mother, who was always able to build up my confidence and show me what it's like to lead by example. Secondly, to my great aunt, who has always told me about taking advantage of every opportunity that is handed to you. And to my twin sister, who is also my best friend and my road dog, I thank you for the love and teaching me the art of being a hard worker. I would also like to thank my professors, Dr. Chapman, Dr. Adams, Dr. Flowers, Dr. Leah, Professor Lane, and Professor Tennessee. In closing, I want to end off with a quote from the great Maya Angelou. My mission in life is to not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Thank you.
We are now prepared for the entrance of Miss Firebird, Itallya Taylor.
Itallya Taylor is a native of Washingtonian, where she graduated from Duke Ellington School of the Arts. From the dance department, trained in classical ballet. She is currently a senior studying computer science here at the University of the District of Columbia. In addition to her studies, she is a DC Up Scholar, Vice President of the Ambassadors Engineering Program, a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success, a UDC cheerleader, a two-time recipient of the AMIE Boston Scientific Scholarship Award based on her merit as a STEM major. Upon graduation, she plans to join the United States Air Force, pursue her master's degree in cybersecurity, join the FBI or the CIA. When Itallya is not working, she likes to dance, paint, and crochet.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Firebird, Itallya Taylor.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Itallya Taylor, and I am serving as your Miss Firebird for the 2022-2023 academic school year. I'm a fourth-generation Native Washingtonian majoring in computer science. I grew up in Southeast DC with my large family, attending my neighborhood elementary schools. Soon after, I earned a scholarship that placed me in private religious schools where I received opportunities that I would never have imagined. DuPont Park 7-Day Adventist School was my home for elementary and middle school years. I received opportunities to experience ski trips, camp retreats, cruises, advanced foreign languages, and advanced STEM programs, so it's fair to say that my interest has always been piqued. My experience there was the first place I grew interest in technology via the STEM program. However, I also developed a love for dancing. My skills in mimicking others' movements developed into a movement that accompanied music and chants, driving me to Duke Ellington School of the Arts in the dance department. Upon acceptance to a well-known dance program, I was filled with happiness and overwhelmed with long school days of hard work. During my time in high school, I grew into a leader. I wasn't afraid to take center stage, demonstrate for my peers, or lead in a dance. I built my technique, form, and character there. I was recognized at the Kennedy Center, receiving an award for excellence in the arts from the National Society of Arts and Letters. Soon after, I earned a position as lead for my senior ballet class. After graduation, I began working at a coffee shop to prepare for college. As I entered UDC, I was excited by what was to come, but the world put us on pause. Now that I've returned to school, I wanted to be more involved in student life and decided to be a student leader. As Miss Firebird, I represent the student athletes and wish to engage other students in supporting them through a pep rally, a successful event that brought two separate bodies of students together in a night of games and music. As the year progresses, I hope to continue to build a bond between the two with more fond memories. I want to thank my family for the love, support, and courage they've instilled in me. I would like to thank my friends for all that they've done with me on my journey here. I would also like to especially thank Dr. Hilton for always being there as a mentor, a base for support, and the person who always made things happen for us. Thank you.
We are now ready for the entrance of Mr. and Miss University of the District of Columbia Community College, Jymeen McGrier and Darchiniquia Smith. Born and raised in Washington, D.C., Jymeen McGrier is a freshman majoring in graphic design and soon to be minoring in business administration. Mr. McGrier has a background in community development from working with the Covenant House in the district, as well as other similar programs like the Breathing Room and Inner City. These programs were introduced to Mr. McGrier while in the foster care system. The Covenant House provides housing, job placements, etc., for youth experiencing homelessness. The Breathing Room is a program intended to help those who need a little financial breathing room. His experiences pushed him to want to see a change in his community. Upon the completion of his degree, he plans on opening his own graphic design company and a mentoring program for at-risk and marginalized youth named The Problem Child. Outside of Mr. McGrier taking his classes, he is either with his mentor that works with Inner City or the Breathing Room, helping the underserved youth.
Darchiniquia Denise Smith is a Mississippi native and proudly serves as the 2022-2023 Miss UDC Community College. She is a sophomore majoring in law enforcement with a focus in social work with a cumulative GPA of 3.7. She is a member of many organizations on campus and within the community. She is a proud member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, the secretary of the UDC Prayer Work has completed her first internship at Safe Shore Child Advocacy Center with hopes of returning as a full-time client advocacy coordinator. She believes that children of the world are our future, so investing in them is her priority. Outside of school, she owns and runs a business called So in Love, CG3, named after her 3 children.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Miss University of the District of Columbia Community College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Darchiniquia Denise Smith. Again, as already stated, I am a Mississippi native. I am your Miss 2022-2023 University of the District of Columbia Community College. I would first like to take this time to thank each and every one of you for coming here today in celebration of us, the Royal Court. I am beyond grateful to obtain and wear this crown that has opened up unimaginable doors for me. In this role, I have found myself standing alongside some of the most inspirational future leaders the world has to offer. I have learned to use my voice to advocate for my student body on the community college level and helped implement, excuse me, I also helped implement progression in the lunch program on the CC campus, as well as an apparel store on the CC campus. I know I would not be here if it wasn't for my children, Cortland, Cortez, and Courtney, my parents, Melvin and Cameron, my siblings, the staff, and my student body for voting me in. I also want to thank God for putting me in the right place at the right time with the right equipment and the right attitude. I thank you all again. Enjoy the show and your evening.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jymeen McGrier, and I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. in Ward 4 and 5. And I am attending at the University of the District of Columbia, majoring in graphic design, and I'm very honored to represent the university as their Mr. UDC Community College. Earning the title of Mr. UDC is very important to me because it gives me the opportunity to impact my community in ways I couldn't before. I doubted myself so much I would never be in a position like this in my life because I've been through so many obstacles over the past few years, like never really being able to connect emotionally with my mother due to her mental trauma, losing my father at 11 years old due to gun violence, losing friends and families to drug and gang violence, being arrested for choices in life that I made, even being in foster care and experiencing homelessness. All of the experiences caused me to become more angry with the world and felt stuck like I had nowhere to go or I could change the circumstances that I was in. Attending UDC gave me opportunities to I'm sorry, y'all. Attending UDC gave me opportunities to prove to myself and to the community that I can impact the world in the most positive way possible. I want to ensure that my culture and our culture and our next generation don't have to suffer like we all have done, and put them in a better position to be successful. My turning point in life is when I lost my older brother Tyree in 2017 to suicide. I say this was my turning point because he always taught me right from wrong and always kept his family and his siblings out of trouble and danger. So losing him was the second biggest loss in my life after losing my father. My brother have a son named Brian, but we call him King. That made me realize to change the ways I view life. And at 2 years old, he was just so full of joy and didn't know that life is so hard. So at 16, I chose to be the best father and uncle he has in his life, to always be there no matter what, but first I had to change. Raising my nephew taught me to be more patient, because doing things in a negative way can affect people's future, and I have to have more integrity to be more of a black positive role model, only not for him, but for myself. Before I get off the stage, I want to give a couple big shout outs to my Aunt Jenny, Mama Cartledge, Mama Kreiner, and Mama Afee, Mr. Parker, Mr. Curtis, and Mr. Todd, and Dr. Hilton for always being there for me. And long live Reed.
We are now ready for the 5th Mr. University of the District of Columbia 2022-2023, Jamil Kashif Mian. Jamil Kashif Mian has a passion for serving his community. A native Washingtonian, Jamil is a junior majoring in urban sustainability. He carries a 3.6 GPA and serves as the pole mark for the Beta Kappa chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Jamil also supports his community through the outreach of the Prince Hall Masons, where he's been an active member of the Warren Lodge No. 8 for 10 years. Jamil has over 15 years experience in commercial real estate, becoming the youngest licensed auctioneer in the District of Columbia. Today, he owns and operates a historical restoration firm which services local real estate brokerages such as the prestigious Sotheby's. Jamil satisfies his passion for art and history by also serving as a guest curator for the HBCU Museum located on Georgia Avenue in Washington, D.C. Of all his accomplishments, Jamil is most proud of sharing his college experience with his 6-year-old daughter. As we progress with the school year, Jamil looks forward to being an advocate for the entire student body and attracting new, exciting opportunities to the university. Ladies and gentlemen, the 5th Mr. University of the District of Columbia, Jamil Mian.
Good evening. Thank you for coming out in support of our university and student leaders. I am extremely honored to have been elected by my fellow Firebirds to serve as an advocate for the entire university community. Gratitude is my daily attitude, and I hope to embody this guiding principle as we move forward in the school year. The fundamental purpose of my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi, is achievement in every field of human endeavor, and I hope I'm making my brothers proud. There's work to be done, Firebirds. Let's have fun doing it. Let's make history together. I must first give thanks to God. Then a whole lot of thanks goes to my mom. She has supported me in every step of the way, and her love has been essential to my success. Returning to school has opened a new chapter in my life, and I'm most excited for the opportunities and relationships that I'm developing. I look forward to meeting many of you and forging lifelong friendships. With the sage wisdom and guidance from administrators like President Mason, Dr. Latham, and Dr. Hilton, I'm working to create fun, new initiatives that will foster student engagement, professional development, and growth. I'm calling out to all my Firebirds. Join me in being more active on campus. Let's bring that energy that UDC has always been known for. Thank you, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the 43rd Miss University of the District of Columbia 2022-2023, Kendra Williams.
Born and raised in a small country town of Frederick, Virginia, Kendra Williams spent most of her life pursuing the next opportunity. The youngest of 3 older brothers, her grit and perseverance started at a very young age. Because of this, Kendra has continued to break through glass ceilings and make a name for herself, no matter the space she occupies. Kendra has spent most of her life being a staple in her community through acts of service and outreach programs that she participates in through her church, Vision Community Church. However, the work did not stop there for Kendra. After graduating from Mountain View High School, she started attending the University of the District of Columbia in fall 2019, where she continued to thrive and get involved on campus. Kendra Williams has been a member of the women's track and field cross-country team for the past 4 years, a student athlete advisory committee representative, and is currently the financial secretary for the Beta Iota chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. A senior majoring in psychology, Kendra is also a DC Up Scholar and has been on the Dean's list for the last 3 consecutive years. After graduating, Kendra plans to further her education to pursue a career in rehabilitation counseling and achieve a PhD one day. Kendra has been a continuous momentous leader since her time here on campus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 43rd Miss University of the District of Columbia, Kendra Williams. You may now be seated.
My mother always told me, Kendra, remember that the ears never stop growing. The idea was that I should never stop listening.
You should not stop listening to your heart and your dreams. You should not stop listening to society, the plight and challenges that people face, and what brightens people's lives. From listening, solutions to the impossible can be found. Hope can be inspired, and great leaders are forged. Ladies and gentlemen, President Mason, the Board of Trustees, and distinguished guests, it is with great honor and excitement that I stand here today as your 43rd Miss University of the District of Columbia. As a senior majoring in psychology, I am humbled to serve as your 43rd of this distinguished university. As the news of my new appointment hit my ever-growing ears, I could not help but to think of that number. Could my small feet fill the big shoes my predecessors left behind? Would I be able to inspire the change I desire to leave a legacy of drive and determination towards an ultimate collective goal? In his book, The Alchemist, a famous Brazilian writer wrote, "And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it." I today share the truth and experience of that splendid quote. My appointment as the new queen of the great institution is not the start of royalty, but of service. What lies ahead is not an easy task, but a great reason to look forward to serving my community with honor and dedication. It will take a lot of learning, but we shall go through this journey together for a better community. Extraordinary events are achieved by simple actions done extraordinarily. Today marks a simple action that can propel all of us to extraordinary heights. As I stand here wearing this crown, which looks really good on me, it's not a show of power, but a symbol of the significant transitions that this great institution can inspire in us. All of you have different crowns inspired by the knowledge, education, interactions, and connections forged within these gates of UDC. These transitions are not only to better ourselves, but to inspire changes and transition the world beyond these gates need. Humanity has experienced one blow after another, but that has not weakened us. Instead, it built our character for the world tomorrow. It has shown us together there is nothing we can't achieve. That same fierce spirit is what I want to inspire in all students here at the University of the District of Columbia. Students go through many challenges, from social, financial, academic, and even health issues. But these challenges are lessons we need to learn from and find solutions for ourselves and tomorrow's students. Together, we have the potential to make it go all the way. Let's be our brothers and sisters keepers. Wherein there is great opportunity, also lies a great challenge. The risk is greater, the grit is the more demanding, but the reward is fulfilling. As I usher into this new phase of my life, I urge you to also usher in a new phase that will make you achieve what you desire and inspire others to achieve what they desire. I am here because of the collective support. I am here because I was inspired, mentored, and encouraged to take the next bold step. I am honored and greatly appreciate the support you've given me with your votes, those that lifted my spirits when I was low, and the emotional support. I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude towards my parents, who made me into the young woman I am becoming today. I also want to thank my friends, my teammates, my campus leaders, and my sorors, who stood by me and provided me with the much-needed resources to succeed and grow. Lastly, I'd like to leave you all with some inspiring words. You'll find that within you, you have infinite potential to inspire desirable change in the world, but the change has to begin with you and I. Thank you.
At this time, we will have our final musical selection of the evening, performed once again by Miss Hillary Daniel. We will now have closing remarks from our Chief Student Development and Success Officer, Dr. William Latham.
Good evening. I want to thank, first of all, recognize all the students who are here. Let's give them a big round of applause for their excellent representation. I want to ask all parents and family of the students who are recognized tonight to stand and be honored for your participation and support of your student and your family as well. Absolutely. We understand it takes a village, and we love and appreciate the village you've provided for them. It's the reason why they're here, and we understand that, and we honor that. On behalf of the president, who you heard from earlier, and the entire cabinet, again, I'm William Latham, the Chief Student Development and Success Officer. I was sitting down thinking about the 7 years I guess I've been here and how this has transformed itself in that 7-year period of time. And I mean this is a particular event, it is, in terms of Coronation. And I was thinking about the progress the university has made in providing the opportunity to allow our students to become who they were already called to be in this moment. And I'm very grateful for that. And I know you guys are as well. I want to thank the entire university community that has really allowed the students to become who they are, to find their possible at the university, and to really showcase the power of the Firebird spirit. From the first Miss UDC from 45 years ago? We recognize and honor you. Let's give her a round of applause as well. Thank you for being here. That legacy matters. It truly matters. And so I want to say again, thank you to Daryl Hilton. Let's give Dr. Daryl Hilton a round of applause. Melinda Jennings, who no longer is employed here, but will always be a part of the Firebird family. Let's give Melinda Jennings a round of applause as well. And to the entire staff of the SDS family, Dr. Beckett, Chantel Fournay, and everybody who's been involved in communications, in space and events, the folks behind the stage, the folks behind the lights, who always put time and effort into making these events world-class for the university. We want to say thank you as well. And last but not least, we want to thank and recognize all the students who are here. I'm asking on behalf of the president that you make a lasting impression on the world, period. That's why you're here. That's why you have these particular titles, is to serve and to lead. And don't ever forget that. It's to serve and to lead. So again, thank you on behalf of the entire university community. Thank you for this opportunity to showcase what we know as Firebird family. We love you and we appreciate the opportunity to be a part of your story. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Well, did y'all enjoy yourselves tonight? Wonderful, wonderful. Well, to reiterate what Dr. Latham said, thank you again so much for being here. I would like to now formally introduce to you the Royal Court of the University of the District of Columbia for the 2022-2023 academic school year. Please rise and wave. We will now have a reception out in the lobby area. Please feel free to join us there. We will also be taking pictures, so I ask that the Royal Court please stay on stage for pictures. And for all of my former kings and queens that are present, be prepared to come to stage for pictures as well. For all of our other family members, friends, alumni, guests, administrators, you will join us in the lobby for the reception. Thank you so much and have a good evening.